Real quick, I just wanted to share with you that From Scratch is a independent podcast that is not backed by any investors. If you do enjoy these types of inspirational stories and would like to support the podcast, I will leave a donation link somewhere above or below this video where you can make your donations discreetly and safely. If on the other hand you have a business and would like to advertise during one of the episodes, I have three types of sponsorship packages that basically fit any type of budget for your business. Any financial contribution is highly appreciated, and I cannot thank you enough for your continued support. But you don't have to donate in order to support the podcast. All you have to do is just simply subscribe and share it with your community so that these meaningful stories will reach a wider audience. Thank you for listening. Now let's go back to the episode. Welcome to From Scratch, the podcast where our guests share their journey of success and failures. I'll be your host, Joko, and today with me I have here Allison. And if these stories are something that inspire you and that you like hearing, make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below and share them with somebody to inspire their day as well. Now, Allison, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. A very nice setup here.
Thank you. It's all me.
I like it. I like it.
Let's learn a little bit about you. Who
Sure.
is Allison? What puts a smile on your face?
People. What fills my bucket is what I always say is people. I'm a I get my energy from other people. I love making people smile. I'm lighthearted. I get that from my father. I'm like if my father ever comes out here, 'cause they're in St. Charles, but um, I always tell him I'm like a spitting image. I am just a mini him. And I get my humor from my dad too. So I have a lot of dad jokes, though I don't have any kids, but I still have a lot of dad jokes. So
I love that jokes.
yeah, they're just funny, and it just like
Hit me.
well, my one that everyone knows that I do at the chamber is if I haven't seen you in a while, I go up and I go like to their shirt and like, oh, is this felt? And they're like, no, it's cotton. I'm like, now it is because I felt it. And then they're like, "Oh my god, we fell for it again." And I probably have done it to them like 3 times. But I'm like, it's like one of the like stupid things I do. But then they're like, "Oh, okay, okay." And I'm
But
like,
that's the cool
"What?"
thing about dad jokes. They are stupid, but they are kind of funny, right?
Yes, like yeah. I just kind of go with it. Like it just I have a funny thing for everything. I get my humor probably from like Austin Powers or The Office
Yeah.
or Parks and Rec. Like the
Same shows. Love them.
yes, it's
All of them.
just funny. So that's like when I do some of the TikToks and stuff for PSAC. I'm like, okay, guys, I send them like hundreds. I'm like, which ones do you guys want to do? And they never want to do any because they're like, Allison, like, but people like that. They want
Yeah.
to get to know us too. Yes, we're the chamber, but like they kind of want to know us too. And that is kind of giving them a little insight that we're people, like we have fun, like
Yeah.
we're all about community and building it, everyone up. So why not have some fun with it? Like,
Absolutely. You did touch upon a little bit of, with your parents,
yes,
your dad's girl.
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your family, where you grew up. What was life like when you were a kid?
Well, I had an interesting childhood. I was born in Hoffman Estates, which is like 40 minutes away from here, but we moved in with my grandparents when I was 3, and they owned a tavern in South Bend, Mishawaka, which is kind of by Notre Dame,
Okay.
and we lived on top of the tavern. Yeah. So I lived there from like 3.5, 4 years old till I was 9.5, I think, because I turned 10 when we moved up here. But they saved money from living with my grandparents, and they bought the house that they're still in St. Charles, South Elgin area. Um, and so I kind of saw bar fights and stuff, but we were always safe and everything. But definitely a kind of a culture shock when we moved from there to St. Charles because it's kind of small townish, I guess
Mm-hmm.
you could say. And then we kind of came up here, and I remember telling my sister not too long ago, I'm like, the education system was completely different. Like,
Here.
yeah, we were way ahead of time, and we kind of like, and we had to move like in the middle of the year, and I'm like, they're learning all this stuff and I didn't. So it was kind of like a learning curve, literally. Um, but the childhood was fun. Like we had a normal childhood in aspects of school and like I did t-ball and all that. But then um, I grew up in St. Charles. I was a graduate of St. Charles North. I was actually the first graduating class. So it's kind of weird to say that now. It was cool then, but now it's like that was over 20 years ago. So
What do you mean first graduating class? Like off the program?
no,
Or
actually, it was a brand new school. So we were the first
oh,
seniors, and so there was St. Charles. And then it split and St. Charles became East and my middle school then became the new high school. And it was when I was a sophomore. So we were the top class every year from sophomore to senior.
senior.
So we were the first, yeah. We were it's weird. I haven't been back, but I pass it all the time. But and now coming, learning about Plainfield, there's 4 high schools. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we only had 2, and yeah, I was the first graduate.
You must have had set the bar high.
I don't know about that. Like, we had fun, but we also kind of had a unique situation because we didn't have upperclassmen. We were always the upperclassmen.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it is kind of funny. My sister and I didn't go to the same high school because she was older than me. So she went to St. Charles. It wasn't even East then. And then I went to North. So we kind of have different like mascots and all that. So
Okay.
different experiences.
So you did say sister?
Yes, I have
Ju-
an older sister. She's 4 years older than me. She is a teacher in Geneva, like award winning. She's has 2 master's degrees. She's very high up,
Wow.
and she's like the technical person in the school. Like the I forget like the title, but she advocates for the district to get better technology, like the smart boards and stuff.
Interesting.
That's part of her job as well. Beyond being a kindergarten teacher, which is
Keep
she
so
she's
basically
special.
keeping the education system up to par with technology.
Technically, yeah, yeah.
Right.
She had to teach the entire district how to use it and whatnot.
Oh.
She's completely different than me. She's kind of like the Susie homemaker, and I'm like the kid that never knew what she wanted. I'm still kind of finding it out.
Well, speaking of, not knowing what you want,
Yeah,
if somebody were to meet you back then during the high
yeah.
school days when you were younger, who would have they met? Like, who would?
I think the same person, the very kind. I never like I didn't. There was cliques, obviously, because St. Charles, if you don't know, is a very uppity town, very rich.
Okay.
Um, and it's kind of like divided. Back in the day, we would divide it like old money and new money. Like there was like the bakers and because there's like a Baker Hotel.
Okay.
So like
Oh,
the names, yeah.
okay, okay.
Um,
I thought the actual trade
oh
baking.
no, that's like old money, and then the new money coming in was like so we were St. Charles on one side is the old money, and then across the river's the new money. But I totally forget where I'm going with this. Actually, there's my ADHD kicking in.
It's
So
okay. Who? So if somebody were
oh,
to
yes,
meet you,
yes, yes. So back in that day, or back in the day, I was never like the popular kid, but I was nice to everyone. So I was kind of like, I had friends that were popular, but I was never in like, I wouldn't say I was in that group. I still actually am best friends with a lot of my high school friends. I still keep in touch. And I was just talking to this with Tasha and Laura in the office, and they really don't like hang out with them, whereas I really do. Like my core friends like would come over to my parents' house and the door was always open. Like my parents were completely fine with that. My parents I think did right by my sister and I, and if anyone wanted to come over to our house, they were family as well. So to answer your question, I was just like the kid that again would make people laugh, but like you could count on and was friends with everyone. I didn't not like everyone. So,
can you share a specific memory of, uh, you know, how your parents taught you what they did teach you, right?
yeah.
Like something like a lesson that you learned from them or something like that.
I don't know if there's like a particular time, but I just know like cuz now that I'm older, like I keep wanting to ask my parents like what like did you think about this time or like I want to see it through your eyes or what did you think when I, did this and that. And they were always like we always support you unconditionally and I think my parents are pretty fun. Like even if I was working or something and my friends weren't, my friends would like come over and play like Upwards or Scrabble with my mom and dad. And I wasn't even there. So I think it was just being open and kind and generous and just, secure family. And I think one memory is my sister went off to college and her best friend at the time, who she still is friends with, her parents were kind of abusive. Not always physically, but verbally, and they were kind of on they were alcoholics
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. Um, and so her best friend went into the Navy because she just wanted to like have an escape and like, but she got honorably discharged because of her ankle, and she didn't want to go back to her family. So my parents actually took her in.
Oh wow.
So I kind of had a roommate for a while, but it was my sister's best friend. So it was kind of like,
It was your third sister, basically.
yeah,
That is a big thing. I mean, to open up your home to,
yeah,
uh, you know,
yeah. I
complete
think
stranger like that.
Well,
It's
they knew her and everything growing up, but
right.
like my sister wasn't even there. I
Mm-hmm.
was because she was in college. She's older than me, but yeah, Christina lived with us and she, was part of the family.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Did you, with such a supportive family, did you obviously we all have dreams as kids, right?
Hmm.
I want to become a lawyer. I want to become an
Yeah.
astronaut. What were your dreams like?
When I was younger, it's probably I wanted to open a bar and grill because I lived on top of a tavern for so long, and I'm like, "Yeah, I want this." And it's still kind of like a pipe dream in a way, but I change quite a bit what I want to do. I was into like culinary stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm a very picky eater,
Okay.
so that wouldn't work out because I couldn't even try my own stuff. Then I kind of went the route of being an entrepreneur like my dad because he owned his own business for a long time. But I worked at Lowe's for 15 years to get through college and
Mm.
whatnot. And I still don't really know what my dream is. I think I'm kind of living my dream because I get to do what I want when I want. And I'm not tied down. I did mortgages for a little bit, and that's what got me into real estate.
Okay.
So I also do that. I don't know if you know that or not,
I
but
did not know.
yeah, so I'm a realtor. I'm the one who never knew what she wanted, but she kind of just did it. Went
Go
through
with the
the
flow.
yeah, yeah,
We all go through life like that.
yeah,
We're constantly trying to, I feel like, decide on you know what, let me try this. Let me try
yeah.
that. And I don't see anything wrong with that.
The only person that I know that is doing what she's wanted since like childhood is my sister. I remember being her student
Mm-hmm.
playing like when we were playing and she was the teacher and lo and behold she is doing what she loves and I
Yeah.
think she's coming up on her 19th year of teaching.
Oh wow.
I'm proud of my sister, I will say. Like, she had a rough go in college. She became pregnant and was a single mother and still went, graduated and got a master's.
Wow.
And now she just got a second master's because they have steps and lanes or something for the pay. But I'm completely different than her, though. She's very focused, and I'm like, do, 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 do,
S-
do, do.
So speaking of being different and having all these different things come into your life,
Hmm.
I don't want to say hindering you working on your dream,
Yeah.
but what was it that stopped you from going after your dream of owning a bar, a tavern?
I think life in general and growing up and kind of figuring out because I actually went to Elgin Community College for criminal justice.
Okay.
I had a little bit of a dream, I guess, of becoming a police officer, but I really wanted to be a canine officer to go in like the schools and stuff because I
Mm-hmm.
I liked being that um, leader, I guess, and advocate for the kids, but
Mm-hmm.
still I love pets. But then I realized that I I liked watching the TV shows of like the police and stuff, but I really didn't want to do it. um, because the next step I think was going to be the academy where they like pepper spray you and stuff to like
Oh, to give you like the tolerance and like make
yeah
sure that you
yeah
can.
it's like part of and I'm
Oh
like
my God.
yeah no and so I did that and actually I never graduated because I'm like I'm not going to put my money into something that I don't think I'll ever use. And then there's my friends spending thousands and thousands of dollars for a degree. And at that time, back in the day, a lot of them I don't even think are in the field that they wanted.
Probably. Yeah.
So, and that's why I was like, I'm not going to continue. And I was working full time at Lowe's. So they went the college route and I was going part time at ECC when I was working full time because I didn't know what I wanted.
How many jobs, let me put it this way, did you switch or jump to?
Well, I worked at Lowe's for like about 15 years combined. And within that, I think I probably had 15 or 16 positions within Lowe's because
Wow.
once I like got it, I'm like, okay, I'm bored. Okay, let's do something.
Mm,
And then I would switch departments so I can learn. I
mm-hmm.
would do that. And then I would switch because of the schedule. When I was younger, I didn't mind working nights and weekends so much. But then I got older and I'm like, I want like my weekends so I can do what I want. I want a Monday through Friday like my friends have, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so then I would switch. And then I was management for a long time.
By holding all these different positions, I'm sure there is a lot of lessons that come with each position, right? Like experience and things that you learned.
Definitely. The key takeaways from what I've learned at, at Lowe's, at least, because I have had other jobs too, I should say, but is teach, delegate, validate. Those were like the words like burnt in my head from one of my favorite ops managers. You can kind of still relate to it today with whatever you're doing. You're teaching someone something, then you're like, okay, now that I taught you, I'm going to delegate it to you. And then you're like, okay, so they do it. And then you validate it to make sure it's done right. And it's like, and that I think can be like a metaphor for a lot of different things.
I was gonna say that is
Yeah.
actually a good blanket expression, right? To
Yes.
that it covers a lot of a big variety actually of
Yeah.
topics.
Yeah. And then after Lowe's, I moved up here because I met my wife. After Lowe's, I was like, okay, because I was management again, and management is nights and weekends. And I'm like, okay, now I have a girlfriend. I'm getting like married soon and whatnot. So I went to a Bree credit union. Um, Shout out to them. They're also chamber members. Uh, and I was in their real estate department. So I was the real estate servicing specialist.
Okay.
And that's what got me interested in real estate because I actually, I, knew a lot of realtors that would come in because I did the paperwork for the loan. So like everything that you sign at closing, I had to prepare.
Oh, okay.
It's called the CD now, but it used to be called the HUD one. But now it's the CD, the closing disclosure. And then part of the servicing aspect of my job was I did all their insurance and payments and all that.
The
But
fun
that,
stuff.
yeah. And I loved that job. But then when I asked to become a realtor, I was, kind of frank and, forward with them, saying, I want to try this. Can I do both? And unfortunately, I couldn't have dual licensing because it's could be a conflict of interest if I'm doing a loan for someone that I knew,
Oh, I see.
or I'm going to take them like, hey, they don't have a realtor. So, and I'm like,
I
I
see.
understand that. I just wanted to let you know. So I went back to Lowe's again, and I was like their HR type of person for a little bit. But that got me interested in real estate. And what I love about real estate is I'm helping someone. I'm being their advocate. I'm being their trusted advisor and kind of educating them through like one of the biggest purchases
Their
of,
lives, yeah.
yeah. And I try to make it fun. I love baseball. So my company, I guess you could say, is Home Plate. So I run the basis of home ownership, whether buying or selling.
Oh, okay.
And it's like kind of like the perfect metaphor of different stages of
Yes.
like the selling process or the buying. So I try to make it like kind of, on a level where they might know because a lot of first time home buyers are, millennial or now millennials or is it Gen Z that are younger than
I don't
us?
know.
I
I confuse them all the time too.
right? So younger generation than me. Um, they're like, I don't know what to do. So
Yeah.
then with my background of mortgages, I can, do that, help them kind of find a great lender. And then I can help them find a great house and kind of go through that. And now that I'm working with the chamber, shout out to the chamber, I know a lot of connections too, because being a realtor, you kind of want to be their referral resource too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, do you know this guy or do you know?
Mm-hmm.
And working with the chamber, I know like a lot of the business owners around here. So
Exactly.
it's kind of like a perfect fit. I'm enjoying life so far with with having, you know, chamber and real estate.
That's an interesting point you brought up because it is a melting pot
Mhm.
for meeting all these
Mhm.
different business branches and business owners. And
Mhm.
what was the turning moment for you when something inside clicked and like I should work at the chamber? That would give me an edge.
Actually, Tasha had that click or epiphany because I was an ambassador for the chamber, which is basically like because I was a member under my old brokerage,
Okay.
and I would be an ambassador, like going to ribbon cuttings and whatnot, and it's completely unpaid, and I would do fun videos on my phone for different things. And Tasha was like, we need someone to do that. So I never technically applied for the job. She's just like, no, I want it. And I'm like, my wife's like, you should probably get paid for this because you're doing a lot. And I'm like, I know, I know. And Tasha was like, no, seriously, we're going to make a position for you. So it was kind of like a win win for both of us because I was getting paid. And she, got someone to do marketing and membership engagement. And now, like, I can pretty much say a lot of our members, if they don't know me, they will know me. Um,
I feel like you're a very well known person at the
yeah, my
chamber.
wife hates it because when we go downtown Plainfield to eat, there's at least one or two people who are like, "Hey, Allison," or they say, "Hey, I've seen you online," and I'm like, "Okay, which video have you
Right.
seen?" And kind of creepy, but I welcome it. I'm definitely an extrovert, but my wife's kind of like, "No, can we just like not?" Because she hates having like
That,
attention
yeah,
on her.
yeah.
So, um, like on our wedding day, she's like, "It's all you. Like I'm just marrying you," and she hated it. But I love working for the chamber. It has opened doors for me too. I've actually gotten a couple clients from it, and I don't really market myself because I don't really need to. I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
much referral based, and I'm not like a big hitter where there's some big hitters in this town, like very well known names. But I'm also like, if you want to find a realtor that's going to treat you like family, this is what you get. Like I want to like help you like I would with my mom or my sister or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, working for the chamber is pretty cool. I get to do some fun stuff like Where's Allison's and Tooth or Horn Thursdays where I wear
Yes.
swag, and you'll be seeing me out on Tuesday nights for cruise nights. I'm the MC, so if you ever hear a voice throughout the speaker, that's me. They gave it to me one time because the normal guy couldn't make it, and I thought I did a terrible job. And they're like, "No, we actually could understand you. You enunciate stuff." And I'm like, "Really?
That's good.
Yeah." I'm like, I wasn't trying to. I was just talking." So they're like, "No," and I'm like, "Okay." So that's kind of my job now too. So if you see a person walking through the crowd with a microphone for like
With a
5 minutes.
megaphone.
Yeah. No, actually, it's like a microphone like within like the speakers of like the.
Oh,
So
the
yeah,
city or
yeah,
something? Yeah.
yeah. It's like the village gives me the microphone, and it's through like the light post. There's like
Yep.
speakers.
Yep.
So that's me. But yeah, cruise nights are a great way to meet people as well because there's
Definitely.
thousands of people that come down.
Most
I
definitely. I would
Yeah,
agree with that.
and then I think the business owners should love it because again, they're getting so many people in, the downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Some don't like it cuz it closes Lockport and they're on Lockport and they're like what's happening? But I think they should capture that and take that as a lead or something like make it into a positive
Exactly.
and do something and draw the attention into your store, whatever you're selling. People got to know, like, and trust you. That's
Yeah.
like what I learned through real
Yeah.
estate because it's all about building relationships. And just because I used to have a table on the street when I was with a certain brokerage, and it's not like you're going to get a lead every time or
Right.
ever. It's about getting your name out there, and then they
Exactly.
see it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's the girl that hands out, different prizes." Or something. So then they remember. It's about building your brand,
Mm-hmm.
and it's one way of doing it. So
I couldn't agree more.
yeah,
We did a little bit of a retrospect into Allison's lives,
yeah,
into your past, so to
yeah,
say. You did mention your wife a couple times,
yeah.
and I'm
Amy.
sure she must have been an awesome support pillar
Yes,
for you.
yes.
Can you please elaborate on that?
If I didn't have her, I don't know what I would be doing. Quite honestly, I would probably still be in mortgages because it was kind of like a leap of faith. we had to talk about it, like our finances and stuff, because we weren't expecting me to, you know, knock it out of the park just yet. So that's why I went back to Lowe's just to get some money in, so I wasn't like dead. And I was taking classes and stuff to learn about the brokerage that I started with. And but if I didn't have her, yeah, she's my rock. I will say that. And we have gone through some trying times and whatnot the last couple of years, but she was always there. And I think communication is key. And sometimes I'm always friendly with everyone, but I don't always tell people how I feel. I think that's kind of how I grew up as well. Learning to do that because she is my person and she wants me to succeed and everything. Not only financially helped me, obviously, for a while, but emotionally, and she was definitely like a huge support.
Can you give me an example of that emotional support that you received?
Not everyone that you know is going to use you, and that is 100% fine. And one of my best friends didn't use me. Uh, and it kind of hurt at first, but then I was like, you know what? She has her reasons, and that's fine. Because some people think it's like mixing money, but it's like, I'm not, realtors don't know your finances or anything. And I think that's what she thought. So it kind of ruined my mood, I guess you could say. And she
Mm-hmm.
emotionally was there to like have me kind of tell my feelings. And she's like, no, you got this. Like it's gonna happen. I'm still learning, and I'm still like a girl in progress or work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
With me communicating how I feel to her, I'm a lot better. I have a feelings wheel, which is kind of funny. I laugh at, but she just reminds me that I can be who I am and can be vulnerable with her.
When did you meet her?
In July, it will be our 12th year. So
Wow,
12 years
nice.
ago. And we just celebrated in October our 7th year of marriage.
To be so many years with somebody, time just, especially people that you love, right? Like time
Yeah.
flies. You don't even realize it.
I moved out when I was 29. This is a whole nother podcast, but you can go through like my whole, like, maybe I was not telling people my emotions because I was always feeling like I couldn't tell them like I'm gay.
Okay.
My parents completely love her and me. Their unconditional support is awesome, but I
Mm-hmm.
always felt it like innerly that, or um that I couldn't tell them. So I didn't actually tell them until I was 29. They knew, obviously. But I wanted to tell them that I was with the right person. Like I didn't want just like the flings, I
Right,
guess, when I
right.
was younger.
The one
Until
night stand and
yeah, yeah, or two. No, I'm just kidding. They knew her. She was in my life as a friend. But
mm-hmm.
um, but yeah, I moved in with her. She had a house in Woodridge, and then yeah, from there we bought a house in Plainfield, and it's been 12 years. July 19th.
Now I'm thinking back to your younger days,
Yeah,
pre 29,
yeah,
before you decided to officially come out to your parents.
yes.
In my mind, I see struggles.
Yes, I
Because,
have anxiety and depression for sure. I'm medicated for that. I think everyone is.
right, it must have been especially hard since you were not, you couldn't be yourself. Right?
Yeah, and actually my first girlfriend ever was literally across the street of our house, and my sister's first boyfriend was across the street.
Oh
Like it
boy.
was different families,
Right.
same house, but for her it was normal cuz it's a guy and a girl. For me, I couldn't be like, "Oh yeah." And ironically, my first girlfriend's name is Amy as well, but
Okay.
AMY. I got her a job at Lowe's, and so she worked with me too. And just
Okay.
having that inner, almost like turmoil,
Mm-hmm.
because I couldn't be myself, it did have some resentment. And I had some resentment with my sister for a tiny bit too, because she came home pregnant and moved in with my parents, and she had the fun 4 years at college that she had a dorm and everything. I lived at home. I had no fun nights because I was working full time, and if I wanted to have friends over, we had to be quiet because there was a newborn in the house. So a little bit different. Now we're fine. My sister and I are just completely opposite, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I would do anything for her.
Mm-hmm.
I bully her, but if anyone else bullies her, then I get protective.
Yep.
I'm the one that like,
Yep.
and she knows that. Like I do get protective because I'm bigger, I'm taller, she's smaller. Yeah, I guess childhood was that could be some source of my anxiety and depression for sure.
Everyone's childhood leaves scars in one
Yeah.
way or another.
Yeah.
I'm from Macedonia, so
Right.
born in Macedonia. I was actually raised in Germany. While I was like in Macedonia, growing up and stuff like that, like my parents were going through a divorce,
Mhm.
it does leave a scar on you, right?
Yes.
Like it does leave like an empty void, like an empty hole that you eventually want to fill, or
Yeah.
I don't know if there's, technical term for any of that, but
Yeah. I think that's also why like some of my friends would come over to my parents' house cuz my parents have been married since 79.
a long
My
time.
A long time. But a lot of my friends during high school, yeah, they were getting divorced and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and so they had kind of a different upbringing cuz they had to choose.
Right.
Not that my parents never had fights or anything, but
Life has a funny way of teaching us what we want to become,
yeah,
but at the same time, what we don't want to become.
right? For the longest time, I did not like my dad. I mean, I loved him, but like he would annoy me. And I think I didn't know it at that time, but it was because I was just like him. And it was like getting me. Plus, because I was like holding in like a lot of other stuff for,
Mm-hmm.
being gay and stuff. But now I'm like, I embrace it. Like, hey, my dad's a stand up guy. Like, everyone knows him, everyone can count on him. Why not be like him?
Mm-hmm.
I have the stature, I have the belly, I have everything like him. I am like a carbon copy of him, and I'm okay with that now.
Speaking of hardships and hard times, what kept you going during those moments of like in your career wise, right? Like in
Yeah,
personal, we all overcome it eventually.
yeah.
Do you have any examples, any moments to recall?
You mean my career as the chamber or
In
real
general,
estate or
in general, I would
okay.
say. So, I mean, because like you've had an array of different
Yes.
careers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, with every career, there is different
Yeah.
obstacles, obviously.
I'll choose like the real estate cuz
Mm-hmm.
um I don't do that many transactions a year, but it like in my mind if I make more than I did like when I worked at a brewery or something,
Mm-hmm.
that's a win cuz I would probably still be there and making that, and I work a lot more there, whereas I get to do what I want. And when I do real estate, when I'm like doing showings and stuff, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like a hangout. And because like I said, I try to treat people like family, and I really enjoy that. So I think what keeps me going is just the support system of I'm doing the right thing. And Amy knows that sometimes I might be slow. And that's kind of why I love the chamber because that keeps me going and focused. Otherwise, if you're just sitting at home, you get depressed and kind of like, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
So that keeps me going.
Is there like a certain goal that you have in mind sometimes? Like for, this year I want to have X sales or
Um,
with the chamber.
I used to have to do goals and stuff for my previous brokerage. Now I'm lax because it's just me basically. Um, but I do have goals. I'm actually thinking of joining a team actually to help me with that, just to keep me focused because
Okay.
of my ADHD, which I think everyone kind of has nowadays, probably
Mm-hmm.
from the food we eat
Yep.
or whatever. And
Yep.
it's gotten worse in the last couple of years, I feel, for me. Because I asked my parents, like, was I like this when I was younger? And they're like, no. But I always had sports or something. And now, like, I can do what I want when I want. So I need some structure. I mean, I have goals for, like, the chamber that I have to write
Right.
each month. But I just want to be happy.
That is a goal.
Yeah. I just want to, like, be happy. Like, don't sweat the small stuff. Just be happy and be grateful for what I have. I want to make Amy proud, obviously, so I have that as a goal. I remember being in high school, and they would always ask us, "Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?" And
Right.
I would be like, I have no idea, but I want to be happy."
What is happy? You know
Oh,
that
yeah,
question was coming,
I
right?
know. I was like, "Great, I'm gonna feed you." No, enjoy where you are in life and count your blessings and just realize that you are where you're supposed to be
Things happen for a
for a reason.
reason.
Yeah.
On that note, what does this moment now mean to you in your life?
I think I'm in the right spot right now. Um I love being in the chamber. I'm a member as well. I guess I'm kind of the face of the chamber cuz I'm the marketing person.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started, people were like, Tasha leave or something? Because all we see is you. And I'm like, no, I'm just the marketing person. You're supposed to see me. Tasha does like a lot of stuff in the background.
Mm-hmm.
There was just no one like me before. So yeah, you're going to see me. I like being that person that people can, text or email me like, hey, can you do this for me? Or hey,
Mm-hmm.
because they know I will do it. And I think it has helped my real estate because then they know me through the chamber, so they're like, "Oh, Allison can help." So being in this role right now, I think is perfect right now. I wouldn't change it for a world. The team that we have now, Laura coming in as the new addition since December,
Mm-hmm.
we really do have a dream team. Like the sweatshirt I'm wearing right now says "Dream Team" on the back. We made it because we actually like each other. There's no animosity
Mm-hmm.
in the office. I bully her, kind of like my sister. But if anyone else bullies her, I will
You get
stand up.
protected.
Yes, but if I don't like, kind of like, jab you a couple times, it means I don't like you, type of
Right.
thing.
Right.
And
Right.
I
Right.
like everyone, so it's
Right.
kind of like, let's go. And it's just a good, fun working environment. We enjoy what we do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's stressful moments because members can be picky sometimes, but
Right.
it's the end goal. We're all trying to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to promote you to get, better leads or business and get your name out there.
I will add on to that because, like, when I came that day in the chamber to ask you for advice,
Yeah.
what, like, how should I approach? What should I do?
Hmm.
And luckily, it was the same day that the John
Yeah.
Green CNN was.
Well, I'm glad that my tips and
No,
suggestions
absolutely,
worked.
and that's why I came to you because I
Yeah.
mean, well, now I know that you've had also a different array of jobs, of other
Yeah.
jobs, right?
Yeah.
And the experiences from all of that, that the management skills, the
Yeah.
people skills, and all of that, it kind of like goes into what you currently do.
Yeah.
So,
I'm a melting pot, like you said earlier.
yeah,
Also,
exactly.
a work in progress.
Would you say you are successful?
Yes, but I'm working on continuing to better myself. I just turned 40, and I used to go to a chiropractor, and I felt like they just kept trying to like sell me on different things because they have everything at that chiropractor. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, I just want you to crack me, kind of, like.
Right.
But they're like, you should do this. You should. I'm like, no. So I switched, and I go to a chamber member, actually, Health Source of Plainfield, and they actually have PT, and my back is feeling a lot better. Yes, it's still sore because I'm doing a lot of stuff because
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of the laborer also, and I like it at the chamber. Soon, I really want to join a self defense class with,
Oh, that's fun.
yeah, because it's self defense and it's like a workout. It's
Yeah.
I think it's called Crave Elite. He's a member. I saw him that I met at one of the functions. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I want to like better myself. So I think turning 40 is like, okay. It's like the new 30, I
Right.
think. But still, like, I can't believe in my mind, I feel like high school is yesterday. But no, it's not. And Amy and I don't have kids. I always say I'm the kid. So I want to better myself this year and forward. So
So
I
you're
want to
just
succeed
getting
more. Yeah.
started,
Yeah.
pretty much, right?
Literally. I'm working on my ADHD. I'm actually going to therapy with a chamber member. And I didn't even know you could go to therapy for ADHD. But
Neither did I, honestly.
yeah, because I want to learn more about me.
Mm-hmm.
I always joke this is body by natural because I don't really work out. I used to be really thin when I worked at Lowe's, but I would like lift a lot of heavy, and now I'm sedentary where I sit. So like
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, things have to change.
Right.
So I'm working on that.
The self initiative to do something like that is huge, I think,
Yeah.
and it takes a lot of willpower.
Mm.
Because when I was in college here for my master's in Mississippi, sure I had the time, but I also had the willpower. I was going to the gym
Yeah.
like 2 3 times a week. Uh, lifting weights, running. I was doing a lot of sports and this and that. And like you said, like with age, the more
Yeah.
you know.
You don't recover from a hangover as,
No.
as soon or as, yeah, as quick as you used to either. I used to not drink beer, and now I drink beer. So it's like I can see that kind of turning my stomach.
Build
Yeah,
up.
yes, and I need to stop. Like, but it's always like, Allison, like, here's a drink, and I'm like, sure,
Cheers.
yeah. Um, so it's like
See you at the gym tomorrow,
Yeah, I'm like,
right?
yeah. When they're like, hey, you want to go for a hike? I'm like, no. Or I'm going to go for a run. I'm like, I only run if the buffet just open or
Uh-huh.
like Mike Myers is behind me. I
Right.
am sorry, but no.
I wanted to pick your brain a little bit more of knowing your struggles, knowing
Yeah.
your where you come from, and the different jobs you've had, knowing where you are now, and your
Hmm.
future aspirations. What would you tell somebody that is starting something from scratch? Obviously, you can see both sides. You can
Yeah.
see the struggles
Yeah.
of a gay person. You have also seen the struggles of the straight
Actually,
person.
that reminds me at the awards night, a member came up to me and was telling me about her daughter, saying that she showed her my videos and was like, look, like she could do that. You could do that too. And she like really liked seeing me. And I'm like, it's not like I'm a poster child for being gay, but I guess like
Right.
people know, I guess, which is fine. I think it's easier to know because I had shorter hair for so long, but now I'm growing it out. But
Mm-hmm.
I would say to anyone that's starting out is believe in yourself, get a support system, and if you don't have one, please reach out. But having a support system is kind of like having a foundation to the house that will, keep you stable and believe in yourself. And if not now, when?
You know Gary Vee, right? Vaynerchuk. He has a plethora of businesses that he runs himself as
Mm-hmm.
well. He's a very well known and individual, successful as well. One of his quotes or advices that kind of stuck with me a lot is so a lady goes up to him and she's like, Gary, like, do you have any advice for, for somebody like in my age that, is
Mm-hmm.
just starting out, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you are going to die. She was like, what kind of advice is that? He's like, do whatever you want to do because one day you are going to die.
Yeah,
Like
do
it
it.
literally that.
Yeah,
There is no turning back.
right.
Whatever you want to do it now.
Correct. If not now, when?
If not now, when? That's exactly what made me think of that.
Yeah.
And, it's
It's actually a song lyric. That's why I love it.
really
Yeah.
what song?
Do you know Jimmy Eat World?
I don't think I do.
It's one of their songs.
Can you
What?
sing it?
Oh no, I'm a terrible singer. You do this will like you'll be like, "Ee."
People will unsubscribe, unsubscribe, unsubscribe.
I don't want to do that to you. They're actually like one of my favorite bands. But if not now, when? Yeah.
Is there a lesson from all of everything that kind of became like the quote that I said that you live your life by right now?
I don't know. You actually made me like speechless. Which is not
Okay, I'll
many
t-
people do.
I'll take that as a compliment too.
Yeah. So what is like my mantra, I guess?
Yes, yeah, mantra would
Um,
be a good, yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna go to like a really cheesy one, but like live, laugh, and love.
Okay.
Like do like live, laugh because I always laugh, and then like be kind and love. It's like those
I
things
like
that you
that.
always see in
Mm-hmm.
like Bed Bath and Beyond, like those
Mm-hmm.
things that no one wants anymore. Those things that are on the walls. That's me. Live,
What
laugh, and love, I guess, because
positive
that's
affirmations or what do they call? No, that's not a positive affirmation.
could be, I guess.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Where can people find out about you, about your real estate business, or what do you want
Um,
me to put like info wise?
my Facebook page is not so marketed anymore. Because like when you're a painter, you can paint everyone's house, but when you go home, you're like, I don't want to paint my own house. Because I do so much marketing for the chamber, I kind of set that kind of aside. But I am on Facebook. It's Home Plate. Well, it's actually if you go to the at, I think it's Home Plate EXP. Otherwise, it's Allison Ramey Realtor EXP Realty, and I'm on Facebook for the chamber at Allison Ramey at PSAC, and I have my own website. It's Home Plate.
Oh, home plate. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. They're like, what
Oh,
is this?
light bulb.
Light bulb.
I would love to end the show in these regards. I feel like we got a little bit deeper than we thought we would.
Yeah, this was a therapy. I was
I
I was
know.
joking with him off camera that I think off camera that I should lay down and be like, so this is how I feel.
I should maybe rename it on therapy with Joko.
Yeah, yeah. Literally. But no, I think you kind of got deep too. So it was kind of
Yes.
like we both got deep.
Yes, absolutely. And
Rolling in the deep. No, just kidding. That was Adele.
unsubscribe, unsubscribe,
Yeah.
unsubscribe. But
Uh,
speaking of subscribing, if this story inspired you in any way, and if you got something out of it, I would really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button, share with somebody that you can inspire their day as well. And I will see everybody in the next episode.